Yeah guys, so out on the crafter today, and we've just been away for a week and we had a bit of an issue out on the road. Was driving along, there was this awful smell of fumes coming into the cab. Pulled over straight away, had a look, and we had actually replaced the return lines off the injectors with one off of eBay, and the pipes, obviously not these ones because I've replaced them, I started to crack and they were split, and then they were pouring diesel all over the engine, and that was done on 2. Lucky enough I had some pipe in the van from a diesel heater, and I was able to bodge it up to keep us going. So as you can see, the pipes have all been changed all the way along, and that got us going. We did have a few leaks, hence why we got some cable ties on there, but anyway, it was a bodge to get us home. So what I'm going to do now is take off the return line completely, and this pipe's okay, the fuel line's okay, but it just needs to be clamped. So I've got some clamps to go on there, so we'll get that off and we'll clamp that up. And also while we were driving, I noticed that this little connector here was leaking, so I've got some copper washers to go on there, so we'll take that off and replace that as well. So access to here is quite simple, and it was easy to do when we were on the road. Airbox off, and literally you can just pull these clips off. They are on like little let's see if we can see, quick connector clip kind of things. You can get some long nose pliers, lucky we had those on us. In fact, this one's loose, look, you can just pull that up. See if I can show that up, and then that line will actually pull off the injector. So we'll do that all the way along, get this off. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Probably take this pipe off just to give me better access, and then it goes around to here, look, you can see, and we had to replace all that pipe, hence there's cable ties on everything. So moral of the story, carry some fuel pipe, carry some cable ties, because that got us out of trouble. There you go, so now we have better access. Now we've removed that intake pipe. You can see the return pipe goes from injector to injector, then to the next one, to the next one, and it comes around the back here into this valve. So we literally replaced every single bit of pipe just to make sure we had no issues. But all I'm going to do now is go around and put some actual proper clamps on these pipes rather than cable ties. Some of them I didn't have cable ties for, like there, but there was no issues. And like I said, this was a quick get me home fix. The main leak was around this area down here, hence lots of cable ties. Right, let's see if we can get this off. There we go then, so 2 minutes later the pipe's out. Had a little bit of an issue where this cap popped off. Cheap Chinese crap, that's why. So we'll super glue that back on. I'm in 2 minds about just replacing this completely, but I did look online and they go from anything from about 150 up to 300 quid. I'm pretty confident these pipes are okay. I would replace them, but I haven't got those at the moment, and it's knowing what size that is. But I'm pretty confident this is diesel pipe anyway, so should be fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace these clips now with some proper metal clamps, and hopefully that'll do for now, and try that, and then maybe look out for a second-hand one. Right, so we've now broke it up into its internal parts or components. We fixed that one that was broken just by putting a bit of glue on it. When I said I don't think these were leaking, I think they actually were, because they looked a little bit wet, so I think they were seeping through on the open ends, but they were tight fitting, but probably not tight enough, so we're going to have to clamp them. I'm in 2 minds about, because this is new pipe, so it should be fine. Putting it back together or getting some new pipe, maybe a smaller OD. Sorry, internal diameter, not outer. But I think we'll put it on. The clamps I've got should be pretty good, so we'll try that first, I think. Like I said, this comes off really easy, so it's not like it's a hard job to do. It's just a pain in the ass when you're at the side of a road. So I think we'll put this back together. We'll remake this up with the clips. I'll show you those, and then we'll go from there. So we got these single air hose clamps. I found them on Amazon, 17 quid for that lot, so we'll give it a go. I'm looking at it, and I believe it's going to be 7 to 8.5 mil clamps. We'll pop one on, and yeah, hopefully all will be well. We'll do one and I'll show you. There we go, pretty simple to put on, and that is pretty darn tight on, I know. Way tighter than I'm going to get a cable tie. I've tried to keep it in the centre, but I'm not sure if that's a good thing or bad thing. Looking at these, so if I can get that to focus. It's not really a decent, probably there's the best place, but I've gone over the centre, so hopefully that's in between those two there. Yeah, just do that all the way along now and pull it back together. There we go, all buttoned up, so they're all clamped now. I even put one there and there. The keen eyes of you will notice that there was a little kind of plastic guard there where I couldn't get the tool in there, so I just chopped it off. It didn't look like it did anything, and the one at the bottom was very similar, but I just super glued that back. All looks good, and then I'll probably get one on this end as well, so then I know that that's all done. Fingers crossed. Right, so I think we sorted the banjo bolt one. The reason that was leaking is when we took the bolt off, there was just the one washer on there. But when you inspect it, you can see that these have been put on. There's two washers actually crushed together. I don't know if I can show that. But basically, they've been put on the bottom, and you can see they've been there for a long time because of the gunk on them. So, there you go. So you can see that's two washers. So you're supposed to have one at the top, one at the bottom. When this has been put together, like they're both on the bottom and they've been compressed together. So this thing's probably been leaking for a little while. It's only because I noticed that leak that I noticed this one. And so there was a lot of gunk on here built up, so we've cleaned that off. Put a new washer, copper washer, top and bottom. Fingers crossed that sorts out. But once we put all this back together now, and then we'll test it, make sure all's good.